Hi and welcome to the July update. So I'll take you around the layout and show you what I've done this month. So it's been quite a lot done, but there's not a lot to see really because most of it is wiring, electronics, bus wire, droppers, point motors. But I'll take you around and show you what I've done or what you can see so far. So the first start of the video will be you can see the upper boards are now in place. That one needs to be cut around the pipe. So the lower boards in place as you saw last month. The upper boards are now sort of temporary in place. As you go around you can see the desk units have been tidied up. The ECOS is now sort of in and working. I've got the programming track at the front. That corner is where the town scene is going to be. And as you go around the board you can see this side again. All the boards are in place. I've done nothing around the back, so I'm still waiting to start the inclines. I keep putting those off. So that side's got to be done. And this side's got to be done as well. So the next thing you'll see now is I'm going to lift the boards out of the way and you can see the fiddle yards on both sides. And I'll take you underneath the boards and show you what I've done in terms of buzz wires and so on to our dropper wires. Okay, so let's quick look underneath the board. You can see I've actually got four buzz wires underneath the board. So I've got a red and a black wire, which is the main DCC buzz. So that's all the dropper wires that drop down. So there's one there, there's more there. I've got absolutely hundreds of drop wires to still do, but the dropper wires that are in so far all connected under here. You can see it's a right mess of wiring. At the moment I've got 5 point motors installed here, and you can see how much wiring is involved for this just one section. As you move along, got more wires in there, and I've got to go carrying along adding dropping wires all the way along, but it's taken me ages just to do all these. I'm not the quickest solderer in the world, but it's, as you can see, it's starting to get somewhere. Okay, the next thing I've done is I've added the first control board there, and it all works. So I'm quite pleased that first time I've ever done something like this, point motors, and so I'm quite pleased that it all works. So I've just got the one, which is that one there to do. So I need to buy some more point motors because I've got 2 more left which are wired together, but I'm going to use that over there. But I need to get some more point motors, and I've got the 1 point left to do, which is that one there. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. The other thing I've also done is I've added lighting underneath. So the idea is, if I'm working in the dark, I can still see underneath the fiddle yard, see what's going on, and even when the lights go off in the loft, I can work. I can see what's going on underneath. So I've only got the lighting under one side, so I'll probably do something the same on the other side. But yeah, pleased with that. So this really now gives you a better view of the fiddle yard and what I've done. So you can see we've got the 2 lines coming in, which will come out over there somewhere and go around. 2 lines coming in from this side, and the back line branches out to 4 tracks. So 3 are in place, ready to go. That 4th one I've got to just put, I've got to get the board cut to the right size, use a better piece of board than that. And that'll go around the back of the posts and come back in over there. And I've got 5 tracks on here, so you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far I've only got droppers in to there, so I've got to put droppers in every other length of track, 4 length of track. So that's going to keep me busy for a few weeks, maybe a month probably. But I'm not going to get. The idea is I'm going to get. I've got point motors in order. They should be in but I should be able to get them or pick them up middle of next month, so that should give me enough point motors then to finish off down here. So I've got one more left to do here. I've got another 6 sets of points to do down there. It goes round, and that's where the other track will come out around the back of there, and the other side of the field yard is on this side. So again, I've got, this is probably slightly longer, so it's also what you've seen before. So there's my mild delivery train, which has got sort of 6 carriages on, and that quite easily fits in all the tracks on this side of the fiddle yard. So this side easily takes my HST, my 2 HSTs, and again I've got more point motors to do, more droppers to do. All of this is going to be, I've got our droppers too, and then hopefully the plan for next month is then hopefully once all my fiddle yards done, all my droppers are done, I've got to then start working on the upper sections and the inclines. So I've got the 4 lines in there, that needs to come out up to this level. Under there you've got the other 2 tracks that will go up. They've got to work their way up, and then I've got the 2 tracks there that's going to work their way up to the upper section. So I've got a lot of work left to do, but at least I've got some I can move trains now, and I can get trains working, which is good. A couple of issues with the seat point motors. I don't know if anyone can give me any advice or help. I keep having problems with the points shorting out the track and my ecosystem. I tend to find the trains, the system goes shows that there's a fault on the system and there's a short. If I flick the points backwards and forwards, it clears the short, and when I press the go button it all works again. I did have a problem with trains going this way across the point and it was shorting the points out, but then when I went sort of back the other way, the train went through fine without any problems. That was on Wednesday. It just wouldn't work going that way. I've now sort of been up today because it's Saturday afternoon. I've come out to go this afternoon, and the points are working fine. So maybe it's me, I don't know what it is. If anyone's got any advice, you know, I'm quite happy to listen to any advice people have got, really. But yeah, other than that, I'm really pleased with the with what I've set up there. So I've left myself some space on this side of the board so I can put any lighting on or any other switches I need to add. And all I've done, I've used any rail for the track plan, and then I printed it out on paper. Eventually I'm going to get this laminated, so when I'm using glue and water it won't sort of smudge. Like I said, I've got one more point motor to install there, so I just put the switch there. But like I said, I'm really pleased that it does work. So this one here is that point there, and it works fine, so pleased with that. It's also good to have the decos working as well, so I've got all that programmed in. You can see I just had a short there. So it isn't just me, it is the points. So at the moment I've got the class 47 in RES livery, which is over there. That should work, hopefully. But it don't. Oh. Considering this is only working on the fish plates in the track, because I've got absolutely no droppers in over there, I'm quite pleased with how it's working. So that's the 47, I've been testing that. I've also been using the Volvo class 31, and I bet you this will play up now on the points. There you go. So right on schedule, it stopped. It shorted out the system when it hit the points and hit the frog. I just pause it. I reset the system, and I'll show you working in the opposite direction. When I was installing the point motors, I found quite a novel way of doing it. So I'm going to show you that in the next part of the video. So that's filmed on my iPhone, but it just means turning the point motor upside down and doing it from above by drilling pilot holes. But I'll explain that in the video in a moment. I'm going to do you a quick video on how I do my point motors. I'm not going to do a full video because Richard at Everard Junction's done one already. But just a little thing I've tried, and it seems to work. Well, it works for me anyway. And what I do is I get a couple of pieces of cardboard folded in half, and I place that between the points, blades. I don't know if I can do the second one. I might have to put the phone down in a moment. So I've placed that between the blades there, centralise the blades, so it looks something like that. I then get a point motor I haven't wired up yet, and I place that through the centre of the bar and centralise that like so, so it lines up above where I want the point motor to be underneath the boards. I then get a small drill bit, so I've got a 15mm drill bit, and I just drill down through the hole there and through the hole there. Then the idea being is when I take the point motor off, the holes will be underneath the board, and I've got somewhere to line it up. So I just put it down again, I drill the holes, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm lining the point motor up above, drill two small pilot holes, again checking the alignment, again another hole there, take the point motor away, drill through the board. I can then take the cardboard away from the point. Like so. So there's the alignment holes there, and if what you do then is you've got your holes underneath the board. Don't know if it's probably too dark under here, but then you can now drill because the holes are drilled beforehand, you just screw straight the point motor straight into place, so it lines up with the one above, and then you just connect, hopefully with the wires connected on, soldered on, and it's all lined up ready. So there's no need to sort of, hopefully with very little movement required, jiggle around and line it up, because the little holes should be lined up from above. So just a very quick video. That was my first one I installed. I've checked it does work, which I'm relieved about. So that's my first 6-point motor. Again, the most person I thank is Richard at Everard Junction, because his tutorials have really helped with that one, and they are fairly simple to wire up. Once you've got what we've now done the first one, I think the second and third they'll be a lot quicker now. So yeah, pleased with that, and keep watching for further updates. Hi, I think I worked out what the issue is. It's basically when it's switching from one side to the other, the arm isn't switching far enough over to it's still sitting near enough centrally, so it's not going from one side to clearly one side to the other, so it's still connecting to both sides of the positive and negative side. So it's not a clean switch. Is that because I'm using a thinner board? I shouldn't think so, but for some reason I think I need to adjust the positioning of the point motors, because it's not getting a clean throw. If I use thicker board, I'll put a space between the point motor and the point itself above. Will that give it more sort of clearance to throw across. If someone gives me some help and advice on that, would be appreciated.